Welcome to your Conscious Choices for Wellness podcast, hosted by B. Crutelli. This is a space for everyone to learn anything and everything related to healthy healing, including naturopathic medicine, music, dance, yoga, meditation, eco-fashion, mothering, and organic lifestyle choices. Topics for expanding universal consciousness. Come join me weekly as we delve in and begin this journey, sharing valuable content gathered over the past 3 decades, helping to support a healthier and more sustainable future for all. Hello and welcome to this very, very, very special episode of the Conscious Choices for Wellness podcast. You may hear actually the most beautiful sound in the background as I sit here in full lotus pose on this rock, barefoot, overlooking the magnificent, gorgeous Yuba River. Birds are chirping in the background, but the waterfalls are here, and the river is actually I would say very low for this time of year. So it's worrisome at this point, I'm sorry to say, but we do have some storms coming, so just keep them coming, however they're coming. The river right now, as I sit February, what is today, the 8th, looks about how it looks in late June. That's my guess, maybe early July. So that's a very big difference. And actually I think I'm gonna have to go down there and put my feet in the water. I'm sure it's freezing, but I gotta touch this water. It's gorgeous. And I am giving thanks for the water and for everything that I am in connection with as I sit here. It is stunning. And I am going to be just speaking a little bit, not too much, because I want to enjoy my time here and keep this short and sweet, as I usually say that I do, but I'm not sure how this recording is even going to sound with, not being in studio, just being all natural out here. This bird is like really talking now. I didn't even hear it as much before I started recording. He's like, I want to be heard. As I sit here and look at this beautiful, gorgeous water coming out of the mountains up here in the Sierra Nevadas, I see that there's a flow. There's a constant flow, right? And one of my favorite mottos that I've said probably since I was a kid, or maybe I learned it somehow in my childhood, is to go with the flow. You just got to go with the flow. It's so hard to let go of certain things that happen in our lives. Sometimes it takes longer than, others, depending on what wound it's touching that we're supposed to heal. I'm talking out of pure intuition, heart-centered, just pure spontaneity right now. Nothing's written, no blog yet is written. I will probably write a different version of this in the next few days. But as I sit right now, I am currently homeless without a roof over my head. I have a few friends that I can stay with, but I'm having the hardest time of my life at age 52 finding a home to be settled in. And it is, it's interesting. And I'm just trying to figure out, okay, like, what did I do? Am I not in connection enough with you, God? Am I needing to obviously I'm really needing to learn some lessons here. And it's actually a time where I can, because I don't have to be concerned with having a roof over one of my kids' heads. They're all now adults, and they, don't need me to provide in that way for them anymore. So for the first time, as I've said, this, lasts less than a year now, about 9 months, I am becoming more of a free spirit than I've been since I was 19, 20 years old. And that was a very long time ago now, I'm a completely different woman, still growing tremendously. And these are very interesting times that we're living in. Things are changing more rapidly than ever. I definitely started noticing when I was approaching age 50 that things are speeding up. I think around age 50, for a lot of us, we start feeling that shift, into more of our wisdom years, and, really looking at, the little bit of time that we may have left here, and living over half of our lives, well over half of my life, probably over 2/3 of my life at this point. And just being like, what the fuck? Okay, I'm ready to ride the rest of this game out. I want to, finish doing what I'm supposed to be doing here. And I, have to find ways to keep going. It's pretty fucking tough. I am a beautiful, intelligent goddess of this earth who has brought in 4 children that are very self-sufficient, very, beautiful souls. And I am very proud. I don't love that word, but it also has some good meaning around it. It's like a way of being grateful. I feel like pride is like grateful for who you are, like really grasping on to, ownership of walking proudly, confidently, knowing that you are who you are, and that you've done something, a contribution to this world that is good. It's definitely like a form of gratitude. I've never really thought about it this way. But so as I sit and I see all the water flowing, it is just so much of a reminder, and I want it to be to everybody listening, to please go with the flow and let go of anything you're holding on to, because you're holding on to that in your body, and every single cell is listening and hurting as you continue to hold on to what is no longer needing to be held on to. And I don't think we're really supposed to ever hold on to things, but we, get attached. And we need to really use our intuition. It goes back to using that gut intuition and listening. Does your body say yes, or is your body saying no? If any part of your body is saying no to something that you're doing, you're probably not supposed to be doing it. It's leading you farther off your path. And right now, things are changing so quickly. I just heard that Edgar Casey had predicted this year, 2026, on February 17th, that the shift is really going into effect. We're really feeling this, this divide, right? So it's inevitable that this was going to happen, and it is happening, and none of us can deny that it's happening on either side. So I know where I want to be. You know what side you're on. It's basically good against not so good, right? High vibes against evil. And that's the polarities. That's the yin and yang, I mean, it is what it is. So, I think just being in love with yourself and with others, shining brightly, diminishing or killing any negativity. There's just no room for it anymore, unless you want to be pushed more into that other side that you can see where it's going. And if you're not that, then you really need to rise up more, please, as I am trying to as well, and figure out how to be fucking authentic with why you're here, who you are, and spreading more love, whether that's to yourself or to those that come into your life, and just really, being in touch with nature, with the gods and the goddesses and all of what brought us here. So it's fucking us real humans or the corporate AI that's taking over for greed and for ego. So yeah, I am trusting. I can tell you I don't have a home. I live in Northern California. I still work. I have many dreams that I have not accomplished yet, many more things that I want to do. And I don't know how it's all going to happen. I sit up here just having complete freedom, but not being as financially stable as I'd like to be and that I hope to be. And, just trusting that I will end up somewhere where I'm supposed to be, and I will keep growing into this next chapter with much love and guidance, and asking and praying for strength every day in gratitude. Thank you for listening. Of course, this was a little longer than I originally had imagined. I hope the recording turned out, and I hope that you're enjoying the Yuba River flowing behind us. So we've got the flow. Now I want you to notice the rocks, the steadfast rocks that are all different shapes, and the trees, which I will also post a picture of. All the trees are growing differently at a different rate. So we are all on different paths. We are all unique. We are all growing in our own individual way. That's why we are all fucking amazing. We're here for a reason, and we all have purpose. And the rocks are our strength, our rock, right? They are what is here to remind us to be solid, grounded, and connected to what is beneath our feet, Mama Earth. Thank you. Love you. Have a beautiful next few weeks. I will catch you towards the end of the month. Thank you all so very much for listening today. I genuinely hope that you learned something, and I invite you to join me each week so you never miss a conscious wellness beat. This podcast holds a special place in my heart dedicated to my evolution here, my passionate mission to spread more consciousness for the much needed wellness on Earth. Come join me as a guest as well. Let's collaborate, making change for future generations.